everybody, this is Dominique with Black Girl Reviews, and today I'm back with another The Streets Are Talking. What are they talking about, y'all? They talking about Kimora Simmons and her daughters calling out Russell Simmons and calling him a deadbeat dad. How he verbally abused them, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I can say that in the algorithm as much, so I'm gonna just mumble it, you know? I'm not gonna pronounce all the words just so YouTube won't flag the video. And I'm a growing content creator, so I don't want to mess up nothing at the beginning, okay? But it's all alleged, and this is what they are saying. Okay, I just want to reiterate that. All right, so what's going on, y'all? So this won't be a long video of me talking because I have so many receipts, videos, because I want to show y'all exactly what they said. I would read off the article, but what's the point when I got all the receipts? I got all the receipts, and I want to show y'all what's going on. So Kimora Simmons had to address Russell Simmons due to the fact that her daughter, I think it was Ming Lee, or Aoki Lee. I really don't want to say their names because I hate to mispronounce someone's name. In one of my videos, somebody was like, "And that's how you gonna say their name?" I'm like, "Hey, y'all said I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, y'all." But I don't care. I love y'all too. Okay. So the oldest daughter, that's what I'm gonna call her, the oldest daughter, and please, bear with me. So the oldest daughter recently came out on her Instagram calling out her dad, said she's tired of it. She's tired of him going off on her. She's tired of him trying to use financial things over her and said he's gonna cut her off. And she's tired of him using her career over her head. Like, oh, if you don't want to side with me against your mother, then you won't model ever again, and da 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 da. And she felt torn about the fact that most of the people in the industry loves Russell Simmons because he portrays himself as this yogi, this I'm always meditating, and I'm in a new light, and I am centered with oneself. And that's why I put on the thumbnail him just sitting there like this. Yeah, but yet he really isn't like that in real life. Allegedly, he be yelling and screaming at his daughter, and I got the video proof right here. I'm gonna just play it over myself because it's a muted video, but the other videos I will play it without me talking. But as you can see, he is yelling. Well, allegedly, because I can't hear him yell. Maybe he's just his mouth moves really wide, and his eyebrows go real angry when he speaks highly of his to his daughter. But according to her, he was yelling at her, and this is just one of the instances where he be yelling and cursing her out allegedly. And she is tired of it. She is through, and she wanted the public to see what was going on behind the scenes. And I don't blame her, honestly. Like, show us what's really going on. And if things happen because of that, I would shame the people who don't want to work with me because I called out my dad for, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like, I wish her nothing but the best if it's true. I personally, I'm going to put my opinion in it and what I think. I think allegedly that they're telling the truth. I never bought into that whole yoga, peace, zen. I used to watch Run's House. I used to keep up with them in the 90s. I know these people in my head, you know what I'm saying? And so I saw how Russell treated his brother, and he barely wanted to be around him and stuff like that. That always gave me bad vibes. And then he had the sexual allegations against him. And then once that came out, which I kind of believe that allegedly. Should I say allegedly if I believe it? Because he never stood a day in court. Bali to his his reasoning was to be more zen and get away from the hustle and bustle. But everybody who got a brain and saw what was going on, we saw that he literally went to a country that didn't have like no expedite situation where they couldn't go and get him if they wanted to. But he's always been flying back into America under the radar, pretty much. So he won't be seen and he won't raise off no red flags. But honestly, I feel like the people know, like the police know, how you flying in from another country, what you using a fake passport, like. But like I said, it's only allegations. I don't think no one actually pressed any charges against him. So I'm not quite sure how that would work. But let's get back onto what's going on here. Okay. So there was text messages of Russell going in on the oldest daughter, and she posted those too. I'm putting that over my head too because that's a silent video. And if you read over them, it's very telling of who he is, honestly, and how he thinks he can get away with stuff behind closed doors. But in public, he wants to act like he's just this nice guy and he's so zen and he's such a yogi and all this and all that. But when people do that extra stuff, I tend to not believe them anyway. But I'm not gonna talk too much because this all happened literally Sunday, y'all. All of this happened literally Sunday, but the tea kept on coming. So that's why I'm just now coming to y'all about it because they were still talking like Monday. They were still talking. So, what else crazy? I think what really started it off was the oldest daughter posted her mother on Father's Day, holding her and said, Happy Father's Day to my mom. And from what she said, it made him upset and enraged, and he cursed her out and went off on her. And that really made her feel like, you know what, I'm coming to the public with this because I'm not going to keep dealing with you going off on me, cursing me out, and treating me badly when I didn't even do nothing to you. I'm just living my life. I'm trying to be a daughter, be a kid. I'm trying to go to college and all this. And he allegedly told her not to go to college. She could have saved her money. Allegedly sent goons to the younger sister house so she could sign some papers. It's just like, wow, wow. So I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all, see the videos of what was going on and let them explain it out of their mouth. So go ahead.
In high school in St. Louis, Missouri, I was modeling. I was 16 years old. Like, I've known you, and everybody knows. Again, that's documented. You can see. I believe I was maybe a sophomore. I know it was before junior prom and senior prom because I went to both of those proms alone with my friends when I was dating them. So it was definitely long before junior and senior prom. I think it was around sophomore year of high school. And again, everybody knows this in my life. They know I was walking around, they see me. The point of it is I've known you a long time and I've seen lots of stuff and I just choose to not go there. I brought a lawsuit against me and my family where he accused me of all kinds of crazy stuff like embezzling, laundering, defrauding, all these things. Again, everybody that knows me knows that nothing could be further from the truth. None of that. I didn't flee the country. I don't run. I don't have to hide from anybody. I didn't commit any atrocities that I need to answer for, here or in the next life, at the gates, wherever I'm going to get. I don't have to do that like some other people. But he was saying to the guy, I'm so rich, I got this and I got that, and I'm this and that. None of that could be further from the truth. He has turned around, and then again, I have records and evidence of this where he's told the kids in writing, we have it, text messages, I'm broke, I this, I that, I can't, go get it from your mom. Now, meanwhile, I have been financially carrying this person probably for the last at least 10 years. But I've taken care of this person to the tune of many, many, many millions of dollars to help with their bills, their overhead, their companies that they run into the ground, their unsuccessful bids, all of their stuff. You tell the one guy doing this interview, you're so rich, you're this and that. But yet in reality, I think you're probably pretty broke. Russell. The fact that you would come at this point and try to attack my kids or my family is crazy. But it's funny how this particular person, if you, again, go look back, you'll see on their page that they post all these pictures like we're together, like we're friends. They've even posted pictures and then said like, I just got off the phone with my kids. They sent me this great picture. None of that's true. I think the bottom line, like probably the breaking point for all of this was over the past many months when their dad just sort of cut them off. He was contributing a little bit of cash to their like monthly, college. One day he just kind of cut the kids off. There was no more money coming in, no more like allowance, quote unquote allowance. I think he probably did that just to double up the expenses on me, which is no problem. I stepped up, I did it. I think that was very tough for them, that their dad like kind of cut them off and cut off conversation and cut off helping them. And he's even said things to them like, why did you go to college? You shouldn't have gone to college. You wasted that money. You could have saved it, while I'm up here trying to hustle the kids over the finish line. The point of saying all this is that if you look, this person has not been to any events, did not come to graduation, no, he wasn't particularly wanted, but no one stopped you, hasn't sent a flower or a gift or a kind word, cut the kids off when they were traveling around. Aoki was on a trip to Greece with the classics department. She didn't know that her little debit card or whatever wasn't working. That was a whole mess. You do not stand up and support your family. You scream and stand there on the side and throw tantrums, and you are a spoiled brat when something doesn't go your way.
I can't, between a lot of people who are close to him and who have experienced how he has, just lashed out at anyone he can and completely changed the person that he is. A lot of us feel like maybe something is wrong, like mentally, I don't know. He's older, I don't know, but he has completely changed. I will come on here and talk about whatever I want because it's my life and I'm the one suffering. So, he has completely changed. The couple texts I just had, those are only the beginning. I'm gonna go through them if he's gonna, I don't want to post a ton, but if he tries to say that like it's not happening, I have screen recordings, I have voice memos of things that it doesn't sound like a human being. He's like shrieking and yelling, and he sounds like possessed. So I will say, I'm not even sure if it's like to his credit, but the best explanation I have is something mental going on, because I used to be very close to my dad. He used to be a good co-parent, close with my mom, my stepdad. He was his godfather to my little brothers. We all went on vacation together every year, like very close, well after the divorce. Everyone was really happy. When he had business ventures, my mom would invest in them, like good friends. He'd come stay with us, like we'd come stay there, we'd like all the time, everyone together. And then really he suddenly just decided that like if we don't agree, it's, oh, you're all bitches like your mother, I hate you, all these fucking bitches are the same. Oh my, he's just a different person. Like he has like looked me in the eye and I've been like, I need help. I was in Greece doing a camp and I was like, you cut off my debit card. I only got like couple $100 a month as a minor. And I was like, I'm in a foreign country and my debit card won't work. I can't even add money to it. Can you help me? And he was just like, no, I sure hope that you don't die on the streets of Thessaloniki. And I was like, no, like I'm really stranded out here. I need help. And he's like, well, maybe you should ask your mother not to sue me. And I'm like, you're suing her. And he's like, well, maybe when you just decide you're gonna like be reasonable, I'll help you. And I'm like, this is unsafe. It's nighttime. What? You cut me off out of nowhere. And he did it like on purpose. He was like, oh, enjoy camp. I put like, you're good to go. I put money on your card. And then he cut it off when I landed. So I'd be stranded. My mom helped me. It was fine. Worst things have happened. I'm just saying he'll like look me in the eye and be like, Well, maybe when you bitches decide to, like, threatening me. So I felt that was important to include, because if we do continue to get into it, and some of the things that I post are going to look crazy, and I agree, they're crazy. And it would honestly make me feel better if something was severely wrong, because this is just not the father that I know, or the father that I've had.
All right, y'all. So y'all saw all of the video compilations of what all of them had to say. I even put some pictures up so you can get some visuals of what they look like when she was 16 and they were dating and all of that. So honestly, it's a lot going on with that situation, and all I can do is report on it for y'all entertainment and pray that they, can work it out or at least be able to cut him out of their lives. I am one of those people who feel like family can be toxic, and just because God, assigned you to this family doesn't mean that you shouldn't be able to have a limit to what you can pull into your atmosphere. And even and that pertains to family members as well. I feel like if a family member is toxic and is not bringing you anything good in life and you don't feel comfortable, I feel like you should be able to cut a family member off, honestly. I see it that way. Protect your peace, protect your energy, and I hope the Simmons family can work this out behind the scenes and do what they need to do to get away from that man. Okay? All right, y'all. That was another episode of The Streets Are Talking. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share with your friends, family, coworkers, or anybody in between. Okay? All right, y'all. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.